You know, I'm halfway done with my project. I have a video on a manhwa coming out very, very soon. And this manhwa is actually known to be with a novel. But right now, we finna react to this video by Mr. Mysteries called Webnovel Has a Slop Problem. This video's finna bust. This video's gonna be a banger. I'm ready to see what he's got to say. I wonder if he's gonna have the same points as me, and maybe I'm just not some schizophrenic crazy guy who's just sitting here in his room absorbing these novels, and I'm just coming up with all these crazy theories and niggas calling me crazy. But when people using ChatGPT 4.0 and they using ChatGPT 4.0 mini and they put the search and reason on and they type in their little rough script and they tell them to make it sound like a Lord of Mysteries type of script, post it on Webnovel, make 48 chapters in one day because they just let it AFK run on their GPU that they have a 4090 on because they're a rich guy, and now they're making 9 to 10 racks. Surely I'm exaggerating. I doubt niggas are actually making like $9,000 to $10,000 actually making AI generated content on Webnovel. But to be fair, they are making a good amount of money. Let's just react to this already. I'm actually very, very curious. This video is actually going to blow up. I already know my boy Mr. Mysteries always come out with some bangers. The video link will be in the description. Please don't copyright strike me, Mr. Mysteries. Listen, my boy. We both in the novel community. We gotta help each other out. You know what I mean? An eye for an eye.
In this video, we're going to be talking about why Webnovel.com has a slop problem. Webnovel.com is a publishing platform for people to read and write stories. But once you start reading and you start getting into web novels, you're going to find out that there's only about 4 good ones. And that's Lord of the Mysteries, Insanity, Shadow Slave, and Viewpoint.
This ain't gonna be a controversy video. I think it deserves.
The rest of them out there are just chock full of AI, have a bunch of harems, and are repeats of the same story over and over again. Let's tackle AI generated content first. A lot of authors love to use ChatGPT or other AI resources to write their entire stories for them.
Or I found a service that actually, they're probably not using ChatGPT. They're probably using, they're probably using Novel AI, bro. This is actually a very powerful storyteller, bro. I was searching up AI storytellers in because I uploaded my last video. They could actually, well in doubt, be using this service, paying $10 to $15 for an actual AI novel writing service, and actually could be generating chapters through this website, bro. This actually could be a method. Like, you spending $10 a month to get 50, 30 racks in, holy shit.
A lot of authors love to use ChatGPT or other AI resources to write their entire stories for them, and that's because they don't want to come up with their own original idea, and they're looking to just make a quick buck really easily. And ChatGPT is an amazing way to do that. Just quickly get out some slop, get a couple of readers, monetize it, start a Patreon, or get paid through Webnovel, and then they just sit.
Why is he? This is a perfect video. I've been saying this for a while. This is literally the AFK generation money method. This actually might be the way. I might actually be doing this right now. Your favorite novel right now, Webnovel, well, I could be the author for that. Listen, I'm just saying, anything goes at this point. We can all make money here. Instead of like exposing this method, I think you should really delete this video. We all come together in this small little private Discord. We make some crazy degenerate novels, and we make these racks. We can maybe even make a whole little collaborative universe up in there, you know what I mean? Hey, all I'm just saying is anything to get the racks coming in.
Get a couple of readers, monetize it, either start a Patreon or get paid through Webnovel, and then they just sit there and collect their earnings. I actually personally know a couple of authors who have over 5 different web novels, each and every one of them completely written by ChatGPT, and they're raking in well over $8,000 a month.
To be a troll.
I actually personally know a couple of authors who have over 5 different web novels, each and every one of them completely written by ChatGPT, and they're raking in well over $8,000 a month just from.
This actually might be an automation method that is so underrated. This actually might be a crazy automation method. This actually might be a method. I'm gonna spit y'all real game, bro. First of all, get you a novel AI translation subscription. You saw the one I just showed you in the video. Second of all, pay a subscription. You make some crazy chapters, write a good outline or draft. At least make like a good outline or draft for like a good month. A good month, actually cook up and actually try to make decent characters, decent world building and stuff like that. If you can find an AI novel generator that has like some type of like prompt, like maybe you could put in like, I don't know, like your characters into the thing, and maybe it'll like keep those lore characters. I don't know, something like that. You think of it. I don't know, you find it yourself. You put all your characters and stuff in that ChatGPT prompt. You just write up your script real quick. print out 30 chapters real quick. You got yourself a first volume drop. Oh my God.
Over $8,000 a month just from people.
That's crazy, bro.
Absolutely.
That's
insane.
absolutely crazy.
Now,
8K racks.
ChatGPT to write their stories, and that's because of the insane monetization program that Webnovel has set up.
Free automation money.
Authors to work like a dog day and night grinding out stories just to keep their meager earnings. So if you don't know, a majority of Webnovel authors have a contract that says that they can't post anywhere else. They have to only post on Webnovel.
Dang, I knew they was hitting them with 360 deals. I thought I was crazy. They was really hitting these niggas with 360 Diddy deals. I knew it. I knew it, bro. I knew it, bro.
With two different caveats as well.
Gucci made 360 deals.
To do a minimum of 1,500 words per day, or
by the way,
required to do a minimum of 1,500 words per day, or 2 chapters of at least 1,000 words each day, every day for the current month. So that means that a full month you can't miss a single day. Granted, they do.
That's over. You gotta release a volume, a half a volume a month. Yo, if you're using the ChatGPT method, you're printing out 50 chapters in like 1 to 2 days. So like you should have no problem hitting that requirement. Or if you want to literally take it leisurely, you could print out 2 chapters a day when you wake up in the morning, bro. Like, oh yeah, I got this rough draft for chapter 2. Let me run it through ChatGPT, whatever AI novel translation software you got. There go chapter 2 for the day. You got chapter 3, run it through some AI ChatGPT novel translation software. Now you got chapter 3. Now you good for this day. Now you just gotta wait for tomorrow. Maybe you can even pre-plan, get chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out the way. So now you're off for the rest of the week. This might actually be a method. If niggas are really making 8 to 10K racks and all they're doing is using AI generation images, go into Photoshop, find some crazy cartoony font, adds a crazy stroke, drop shadow, bezel, and emboss, and then some crazy inner shadow, and call it some clickbait long novel title like Dungeon Crawler, How I Became a Monstrous Cultivator in One Day, or some shit like that, and then freaking make it a harem R18 level up system, and then you could just print out chapters and now you're making 10 racks.
So that means that a full month you can't miss a single day. Granted, they do offer leave of absences for special occasions when you can't update, but still, you were actually able to lose your entire contract and all of the money that you've earned during that period if you don't update, which is insane. And this can lead to authors rushing their stories, not fleshing it out, and not being able to put as much detail into
and this is why we have trash novels too, on a web novel platform at least. Royal Road don't really have trash novels. I actually think Royal Road is actually an underrated place to actually find novels, period. To be fair, I do think most Royal Road novels are generic. They have a very generic problem, but I think that's because a lot of Royal Road writers are beginners and they're just their first time writers, you know what I mean? And most people who are beginners don't want to jump in doing some Lovecrafting and Eldritch Horror, Lord of the Mysteries type bullshit like Cuttlefish. Not everybody's like that. Not everybody's a demon.
Because of how fast they have to churn out these chapters. So let's take one of the biggest examples of this, which is the Lord of the Mysteries author Cuttlefish.
I highly doubt they put this nigga Cuttlefish in a 360 deal. He's the only nigga who probably didn't get 360.
His second book, Koi, which is the sequel to Lord of the Mysteries, and he actually put in his author notes about how frustrating it was to have to release 2 chapters every single day, 14 chapters a week, and how much pressure was built on him, not only by his community, but by Webnovel.com itself, because of the insane contract that he was stuck to. And this led to Koi as a book actually being memed on and made fun of.
Is this why, bro? No wonder Infinite Mana is so trash, bro, because this dude literally has to rush chapters. Now he's making 2, well, or maybe he's not even rushing chapters. Like I said in my last video, maybe he wants this to happen. We can all finesse web novel into going bankrupt by all using ChatGPT. They give us a Diddy deal, but low-key we're Fang wanting them in exorbitant primeval stone. They think they're a rank 8 ghoul master from the heavenly court. Little do you know that I'm low-key a mortal exorbitant, all type of primeval stones. They're trying to eat mortal primeval stones.
Essentially by the people in the Lord of the Mysteries community due to how rushed and how bad the ending was. And they actually have a running meme right now that says that it's actually a non-canon book written by someone who just shares the same pen name, and it's not actually real.
That's crazy.
The next problem that Webnovel.com runs into is the harem problem. Now, this one may not be a specific problem that Webnovel.com has as a whole, but maybe the internet as a whole.
It really is the internet. I think people's brain is fried, but hey, people gonna like the harem, bro. People gonna stay liking harem. People gonna stay watching harem. That's just how the cookie gonna crumble. There's always gonna be degens in every single corner of the internet.
Up those harem stories where one guy comes in, gets reincarnated into a world, and has 18 different wives. Now, to each their own. I know there's an audience for that, and I understand that people want to write that. I am not going to judge you for writing those types of.
I will, though. See, Mr. Mystery's better than me. He's way better YouTuber than me. Well, I'm gonna judge you.
The stories. But what I am going to judge people for is whenever they come in, write a story that's absolutely fantastic at the beginning, and then they realize that the best way to get monetization and to get an audience to pay for their book is to make a harem and have these smut scenes and have these scenes that just...
It's crazy how Paragon of Sin could literally be one of the greatest novels. And I mean this so much in the fact of, I think Paragon of Sin could have been better than Shadow Slave Twin if it didn't have a harem. If Paragon of Sin didn't have a harem, bro, it would have quite literally been better than Shadow Slave. I put that on everything I love, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Everything about Paragon of Sin was perfect besides that goddamn harem, bro. Why is the first 600 chapters a harem builder with that bitch long shit?
Pay for their book is to make a harem and have these smut scenes and have these scenes that just talk about some insane things just to get people to pay them more. And the worst part is, a lot of these scenes and a lot of the characters and descriptions of what happens is actually AI generated on top of this. Now, if you want to learn how to not write...
Wait, what? Webnovel readers after finding out the Herald Nod they have been following for 3 years are actually written by teenagers using character AI. If there's actually niggas using character AI to actually write and I'm talking about if you're making an inkling of cash, if you're making more than $100 using character AI on the Webnovel platform, you're actually a god. And Webnovel might actually be one of the most underrated automated generated money platforms right now, and there's no doubt about it. Like, I'm talking about automated faceless YouTube channels have nothing on Webnovel right now. If 8 racks? 8 racks? That's over 6 figures. If we're talking about 8 racks consistently every single month, there's well over 6 figures. You're eating good and then some, bro.
Part is, a lot of these scenes and a lot of the characters and descriptions of what happens is actually AI generated on top of this. Now, if you want to learn how to not write slop like all the other web novels out there, there's actually going to be a link in the description and...
Now, maybe my opinion is not good. What do you use to edit, Mr. Mysteries?
The fact that the same story gets repeated over and over and over again. If you go on webnovel.com right now and look for the word system, I guarantee you can...
Not even just system. Reincarnated, Odyssey, Dragon, Harem, MILF, Global Transmigration, Maximum, Online. It's just too many.
And about 1 out of every 5 web novels. And that's because they rinse and repeat the same trope of the system that gives them this super OP SS class rank skill where that makes them basically God, and they start their harem or something like that, and then they get back at the bullies and they eventually take down the forgotten gods and the outer deities or whatever. And this right here is brain rot, because this is also a running meme in the...
Guys, do you know who you're talking to? The brain rot almost got me.
And then they get back at the bullies and they eventually take down the forgotten gods and the outer deities or whatever. And this right here is brain rot, because this is also a running meme in the web novel community where things like this, you just turn your brain off and start consuming this absolute trash content, but it just passes the time until the next chapter of Shadow Slave or whatever else comes out. And these system web novels tend to absolutely blow up, which in
My vampire system is ass.
leads to other authors copying that same thing with the system, and then which in turn leads to a big cycle of more people generating...
Guy sees cash grab, creates popular BRAINROT hair system, someone recreates it, it gets popular. Yeah, oh my god. This is the amazing video, amazing script, amazing editing. If this don't blow up, bro, I don't know what is, bro. Like, this is fire, bro. He got it down pack. He sees the formula. The Grand Sovereign ain't just in the primordial chaos, witnessing the formula, seeing the mortals fall into the formula. I'm also seeing it. I'm like, he's also seeing it. Where's Maxwell? Shit.
So it's also partially on fault of us as the readers for allowing ourselves to read this absolute garbage, in the sense of that we use the excuse that, hey, you know what, we'll just read this until the next chapter of blank comes out. And there's another problem that makes even some good stories that aren't slop turn into slop, and that's the translation errors that we see all across web novel. Basically how it'll go is that an author in China will write their web novel in Chinese, and then a Western or American audience who only reads in English will consume their web novel based off of really bad either AI generated
MTL,
just badly
machine
translated by a
translation,
human, translations. This can cause the overall integrity and quality of the story to drop significantly. And now basically,
and you know, I think this is why novels, specifically this weird niche of like, not like really Japanese novels, but like Chinese and web novel. If you go in web novel, it's like this weird AI slop repeat. Like you're just falling into the reincarnation cycle at that point, bro. You're not even noticing it, bro. Like, and then when you get to the Chinese side of things, it's like you're either reading MTL or these niggas who translate this shit be nitpicking the trashiest shits of all time, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's like the authors don't even know how to write their own shit over there in China. It's a skill issue. We need niggas who actually want to care about writing novels, because I bet you over there, whatever platform is over there in China, I bet you get the exact same shit. But there's probably some web novel platform over there in China who niggas just post on their chat GPT AI, and these niggas are all eating it up, and we're low-key getting the back end of it. We don't even know we getting hit with AI from 2 different pipelines. We don't even know it.
Has been affected by this. This will lead to many every single Chinese web novel, including Lord of the Mysteries, has been affected by this. This will lead to many readers feeling unsatisfied and drop a good story midway through just because they couldn't understand it. And now we're going to dive into a problem that even the greats are affected by, and that's the dragged out storylines. Since longer stories make more money, many novels
Infinite Mana
and rely on unnecessary arcs.
Oh my god, Derek McCoy, that's Supreme Magus. Supreme Magus still going on? This is crazy, bro.
And rely on unnecessary arcs, redundant side characters, and even like excessive internal monologues to artificially extend the word count to make more chapters to make more money. And this makes the readers feel like they're running into a premium paywall where, like, let's take Shadowslave for example. He makes the first 50 chapters free, and then after that you have to pay with coins. I just looked it up on Webnovel.com. If you do a batch buy, which means that you get a discount of 10% like off
$500,
it would cost you still over $300.
Oh, that's still a lot.
51 all the way to the current chapter, which is over 2,100 chapters of Shadow.
I mean, I look at it like this though. If these books was truly serialized, $300 still ain't worth it. I don't even think the J.K. Rowling's collector's edition is even $300, bro. Let alone no fucking Shadowslave. I don't. Guilty 3 don't deserve that shit. I'm sorry, no offense, Guilty 3. You're an absolutely amazing writer, but man, you don't deserve that shit on that Webnovel platform, man. I ain't paid over $300. I'm gonna hit up that light novel world. Maybe I donate through your PayPal.
I would never, ever in my entire life pay $300 to read a book. I don't care what it is. That is insane. And that's why we run into another problem that Webnovel has, but not for the readers. And that's pirating. Assume that every single webnovel has a pirated version out there. If you're ever broke and you don't want to pay for something,
trust me, Twin. I know two websites. I can't say much though. I don't want it to get taken down.
The title of the web novel there. Now, being a pirate is fun as a reader, but for other authors out there, whenever you run into pirating, this is just something that you're going to have to accept. There is some unfortunate scenarios out there whenever an author will completely abandon their storyline midway through because they just don't make enough money because everyone is reading it for free, which can even then leave some readers frustrated with,
or not even just leaving it for free, but people read the first 15 chapters that are free and then realize, okay, it's kind of good, but then realize, okay, this is kind of going down the same pathway of the last novel I read, and then they don't want to invest the next 50 chapters into it because not only do they have to pay for it, they obviously know it's going to be a repeat. They obviously know it's going to be the stereotypical tropey novel. This is why you need to actually make a good novel. Please make a good novel.
Traded with the unfinished stories out there. Now, I won't just sit here and say that web novel is all negative. There is positives to it. For the contracts, they actually are able to pay people's bills. People sit there and make a living off of writing their stories for other people. They also offer their own advertising for people inside their web novel app, which means that you don't have to go out and promote yourself like you do on other posting platforms like Royal Road, where you have to start your own Patreon. You have to market yourself. You may even have to buy ads. You may have to start your own social media page, etc. But still, web novel does have more flaws than
way more flaws.
Things. For example, those things I just mentioned, they take 50% of your revenue straight into their pockets just for
So how niggas making 8 racks? That mean they could be making 16. You're trolling, bro. Oh my god, you're trolling. Not only are they taxing the racks, but niggas are making racks in the first place. This is crazy to me.
Posting on their platform. And then when it comes to advertising, they don't actually have to advertise anything, no matter if you sign a contract or not. They say that they have an incentive to advertise you, but it doesn't mean that they are forced to legally. I'm saying all of this while Webnovel is subscribed to me, and I'm an author on Webnovel.com. All I want is for the readers.
You're an author? What's your novel, Twin?
To me, and I'm an
Doorbound. I got you, Twin. Expect the review soon.
author on Webnovel.com. All I want is for the readers and the authors to get a great deal out of what they're producing and what they're consuming. Now again, if you want to figure out how to avoid all the mistakes I listed in this video and start your own web novel or fix your current web novel, go click the link in the description.
You hear them, boys. If you want to actually fix your web novel, you actually want to make a good web novel, go check out my boy ebook for 20 bucks. This is an amazing video, Mr. Mysteries. I'm just joking, bro. I'm a jokester. In all seriousness, this is an amazing video. You addressed all the problems I couldn't have in 3 videos, bro. Shout out, bravo. If this video don't do well, then we might have to cause shit. It's my boy Boofy, aka Boot Pack. The link will be in the description below for this video, and I'm out. Peace.